Hi there, welcome back. Welcome back to the restoration of the Breisgau, and when I left off last, I had discovered that the motor had one of the windings completely shot. Now, I had a lot of suggestions, some people recommending that I rewind it. I don't have the setup for rewinding. It's not a big deal, but I just don't have it set up. I haven't needed it in the past, really. So yeah, so I had to look for the other alternative. And as I mentioned, I do have a chassis of a similar set that's been sitting in storage for a long, long time. And I went down and came up with this. Now, according to what some people have told me on the comments, these things had pretty similar motors. They're supposed to be very, very similar. I think the exception is the 3DS, which I believe was a very, very early one. And I'm going to check this motor. And in summary for this video, I can't give you that because I don't know whether this is going to work or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the windings on this, make sure that they're okay. If they're not okay, if one of them is gone, I may have to replace, just the winding on the other one, or take one from the other one and put it in here. But I'm hoping this is fine. And if it is fine, I'm going to wire it up and we're going to see if it works together. So in summary, I have no idea if this is going to be a successful replacement or not. I sure hope it is, because I did some calculations. Somebody mentioned that winding is 5,700 turns of 0.1 millimeter wire. And I worked out that it's, unless I'm doing something completely stupid in my calculator, it's about 500 meters of wire. So unwinding 500 meters of wire is not fun, especially if it sort of goes loose. Anyway, let's see what happens with this thing. Now it seems that everything is wound here exactly the same as the other one. You've got yellow, the two reds, so it's two opposites that are in common. You've got red and two yellows, so two opposites in common. So I'm going to measure from here to each of those and see what we get. Let's see. The first one, 973K, 0.973K. It should be about 1K, which is good enough for me. That one, closer. They're not exactly the same, are they? But it's there. And this one, closer, yeah. And this one, closer. So all the windings are in place. They're not exactly the same. This one is slightly lower. But I'm going to wire this up exactly the way I took it out. And we're just going to hope and see, test whether it works. All right, let me get going. And we're done. This thing fit in perfectly. The screw points were identical. I've connected that ground tag to there. That obviously sort of clips in there. I've put in, if you recall, I had one capacitor here, 0.47. The one that's in there, which I'm sure is leaky, it looks really terrible. This, by the way, is the one that's underneath. And I checked it and it measures perfectly. That one didn't. This particular one is from the donor radio that I've got, and it's 0.3. The one in this one is 0.35, but I did remove it and it measures bloody close, real close. So this one's not necessary. That one there, I did measure it, and the measurements are crazy. I don't remember what it came out to. And I had put in a 0.47. Somebody said that 0.47 actually slows it down. The one that's on there is 0.4. So I've put in 100 nanofarads in parallel. I'll be quite honest with you, I'm not sure that that's a normal film cap or whether that's a motor cap, but I can't get 0.4 microfarad motor caps. I know you get motor run, motor start. I believe that's a motor run. I might be wrong. But I can't get them. I'm trying with normal film caps. These things are rated for 630 volts. That thing's rated for 370, so that should be fine. 4 in parallel, I'm getting exactly the same value. And now I want to switch it on. Let me set this up so we can see this together. I really am curious. I pray that it works. Okay, here goes. I've got the speaker on. No explosions. The dim bulb tester says it's drawing 200 milliamps, which is fine. Put the volume up. And here we go. Well, it's turning. And it's... Ha ha ha! Beautiful! It's found it! There's some weak stations here, so I think that's what's happening. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. And it's sort of readjusting slightly. I don't know if you can see that. It's the end. You see, it's not as sensitive the one way as it is the other one because it didn't stop on that station. Okay, that's a strong station, so it found it. That found it too. I think that's the end. Yeah. Now, the way this works, I believe, is you can get it to go fast. You can get it to search by just giving it a nudge, like that. And then it latches and comes back when it finds a station. Or you can get it to go fast, which is that. Then you let it go and it'll sort of... Many people. You see that? Put the volume down. It keeps adjusting, and that's exactly what my Freiburg was doing. Now, this station is not that strong, so it's obviously sort of catching and losing it, which is fine. That's the end. Now I can get it to come back fast. And then search. This is hypnotic. Beautiful. Let me put this on AM and see if it works on AM as well. Mini whips on. Let's put it on medium wave. It's just a little bit stuck here. Okay, well, didn't find anything. It found it. It's pretty fast. It's not finding the end there. So what can we conclude? Quite a lot, actually. We can conclude that our automatic is working, albeit not aligned or not perfected. In other words, it is actually finding stations better going that way than it is coming this way, which is one of the alignments I believe that you can do. It's going fast and slow, so you can do the accelerator, which goes right past stations, and then you leave it and it'll look for the stations. So that's working fine. You can put it on manual, Where is it? This manual. Why can't I put it on manual? There we go. So I can use it on manual. This switch needs cleaning. So that's working. That 0.4 microfarad seems to be fine. I'm going to make up one cap with those in some heat shrink or something and fit it in like it should be. And then of course there's the massive task of alignment. When I say massive, I'm presuming it is, because there's so much stuff going on here, which is going to be my next task. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be aligning the AM, IF, probably the RF as well. Then I'll be going on to the FM, IF, and probably RF as well. And then of course I think I'm going to tackle some alignment of this automatic tuning. And that should be fun. Now, I'm not going to do that now because I need to do quite a bit of research. So this video is just to give you the news. As I said, I couldn't summarize in the beginning because I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm really, really happy that it's working because finding one of those motors, I've actually found one for sale and it was about 70 bucks. And you never really know whether it's working or not. I wasn't even sure that they were completely interchangeable, but it seems that they are. So that's answered one of the questions. But as it is, I now have a, well, 3/4 of a motor disassembled, and I'm probably going to keep my eye out for a spare coil for that thing so that I can get another one working in case I need it in the future. I'm not sure. So it's study time, and I'll be doing all the research I need to do on the alignment instructions. I believe some of them are actually in English, which makes it a lot easier, but if not, I'm going to have to go and look for my notes on the Freiburg. I remember at the time I was just starting to work with German service manuals and service instructions, and if I'm not mistaken, I actually made some notes on the translation. So that's it for now. I certainly hope you've enjoyed that. I have. I'm very, very happy with this. And if you have enjoyed it, click like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you back soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and stay safe.